would you go small and fast or tall and fast?
Ooh, I go small because I'd be even faster. I don't even care. I'd be like...
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. And so in the game for the Rockets. At the guard positions, Van Fleet and Green. Alperen Şengün out there at topside. And it's Eason in at the three. And something that every NBA player has now that maybe they didn't a couple years ago, RJ, their own personal trainer.
Well, it's just a beautiful investment of your own resources back into your body. I love that players are hiring chefs, dietitians, sleep aides, and the teams are hiring them. I love every aspect of that.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And the dunk by Eason.
And you can always count on Van Vliet to make the right play. He doesn't make too many bad decisions when he's got the ball in his hands.
Now here's Giddey. He's got 11. Here's Dosunmu. No good from outside.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Şengün. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So
It's Rocky Smithers there, the 91. We're on our Bulls team franchise. Remo, thanks for pulling up, Subby.
with how he sees
Much
the game.
appreciate you.
He's off on the first. And Alperen Şengün continues to prove himself, RJ, as one of the game's most promising big men.
Oh, a lot of it is because of his passing ability, Kevin. Shades of Nikola Jokic out there. Having a big man who can distribute like Şengün is a real luxury.
Zach Collins checked in for the Bulls. Trey Jones comes in for Buzelis. Good on the second free throw.
And a good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half. Doing a great job at the line.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Alperen Şengün is a weapon on the block. Coach Ime Udoka said there are not a ton of true low-post threats in the NBA nowadays. Joel Embiid, Jokic, I don't know how many others there are anymore. Alpe's had success against pretty much everybody that's guarded him. Kevin, his footwork is indeed high level.
DA totally agree. Great footwork. Moves on moves, I've always said.
One shot.
That free throw good from Giddey. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
You just gotta love watching a big man hustle on the glass. This is what his team expects and needs from him.
The shot. It's rebounded by Houston. Şengün's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. To the inside, Smith. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Giddey's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Oh,
yeah, that was a sale.
Jams it straight down.
And I love watching Giddey take it strong to the basket. The D has got to be aware of it.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Rockets leading by 14. Pass to Şengün. Here's Smith. Wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün. Şengün's got his 3rd assist on the night. And here is Dosunmu. Collins passes to Dosunmu. MV with a screen on Eason. And it's good for 2. Dosunmu's got 4 points this quarter.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Şengün. 1:52 left in the third quarter. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
It's taken away by Smith. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it, the fast break chance. Pass to Van Vliet. Here's Şengün. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Şengün's got 17. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Houston.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
Van Vliet can't get it to go.
Yeah, no triples for him here in the second half. One fell in the first, though. Can he turn it up?
Giddey finds Jones. Over Eason. On the basket by Jones. Jones has got his first basket of the night. Here's Van Vliet.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. My mic's probably going to be off. Because my wife's sleeping, but everything is good.
15 points in the game. There's 39 seconds left in the third. Şengün inside. He's guarded by Collins. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Oh, okay, Şengün. Look at the big man baiting the defender into the foul.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And, guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
The free throw dropped for Şengün.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Lonzo Ball is checked in for the Bulls. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Aaron Holiday is checked in for Fred Van Vliet. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
Şengün's fun to watch on the block. Drop steps, spin moves, up and unders. This man will put on a clinic down low.
There's a screen by Collins. Dosunmu's shot is off.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Oh, tenacious drive by Smith, cruising right into the defense and draws the contact.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Smith taking 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Smith.
Taken 3rd overall in 2022, Smith, instead of trying to take the league by storm, he was looking for ways to fit in within the system. And that's what coaches love about players like him.
He doesn't get the second one.
Look, Jabari Smith has the physical tools and skill set. That's a tough combination to be a solid two-way player in this league.
And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Rockets lead by 16. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The 4th quarter is coming up next. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Jalen Smith is out there with ball. Then it's Terry. Then it's MP. And it's Jones in at the point.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And this is crucial to Whitmore's development, wanting to continue to improve as a scorer.
Now here is Smith. Pass the ball. Outside, Jones. Now, MP. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Here's Terry. Eason grabs the board.
Oh, wow. This close, you got to finish strong. Like, you can't give yourself room for a mistake like that.
Outside, Green. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, first turnover of the game. Overall, though, he's been rock solid.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for Terry. Jones drives in. Great D that time from Green. And so Green will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Here in the 4th quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
And this is where Adams has the biggest impact. The closer to the basket, the more effective he is.
Outside, ball. Back to Jones. And the NBA last season, Richard, really emphasizing it's an 82-game league. And I know you love that.
Oh, that is my favorite thing. I was taught by the legends of the game that you go out there and play every single night that you can. At some point in time, the sports and science team realized that it is very difficult to be a professional. But I stand by. 82 games is an achievement that very few can achieve now.
And it's Smith missing. Rockets leading by 22. Green finds Smith. Eason with it. the layup's good off the glass.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Now, here's MP. Can't hit from in close. Smith drives in, and the dunk by Smith.
And although 6'10", Smith possesses incredible agility. He is going to be a terror on the attack.
MP inside. Adams on him, and Adams sends it back. Over to the left wing. Easton passes to Green. Here's Adams, and Houston again with the bucket.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Jones with the bounce pass. MP against Adams. To end the run. Rockets with the rebound. Green's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
They've played fantastic ball, and you can feel the hush that's come over this crowd.
Here's MP. That one doesn't drop. Adams, some nice D.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
Inside, and Adams with the slam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Pass to Dosunmu. Back to Jones, and some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Out to Smith, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. On Monday, they'll head out on the road to face the Pistons in Detroit. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And that game against the Hawks, you know they want to come out and make a big statement in that one. It won't be easy, but anything can happen.
Catching up now on the changes for Chicago. Vucevic checked in for Jalen Smith. Kevin Huerter comes in for Lonzo Ball. Whitey's checked in for Dosunmu. And Josh Giddey's subbed in for Trey Jones. Now MP. After Jalen Green's three-pointer that didn't go. Vucevic finds White. Down low. Here's MP. Lays it up off the glass. MP's got 22 points.
When MP is having a night like this, you just can't keep him from getting the ball.
Smith with a screen on White. The Rockets again can't hit.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Now here's Huerter. Vucevic setting the pick for Huerter. Sinks the triple.
After a tremendous first quarter, 3 trays, he's put in another.
Here's Van Vliet. In recent history, GA, we've seen some so-called redshirt rookies really thrive in their first season.
Oh, great call, partner. Blake Griffin, Joel Embiid, Chet Holmgren, the latest, were all forced to sit out their first year, but they got to be around the team, soak up as much knowledge as possible, and you can't really argue with the results. A great sign for MP in his career, the ability to convert in traffic.
Giddey against Van Vliet. Ball's knocked loose. Smith against Giddey. In the corner, it's Whitmore. Just 4 to shoot. Eason passes to Van Vliet. And it's off from three-point range. Pass to Vucevic. Vucevic gets double-teamed, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Jump ball.
You too. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
In the corner, it's Whitmore. Now, here's Green. And Glee with a screen on Giddey. Green, no luck.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Giddey, the pass to MP. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Jabari Smith picks one up.
Sheer effort from the young MP in close.
In the league, trying to get a bit more competition in the All-Star game. Greg, you got any ideas there?
Well, cash prizes seem to work well for the in-season tournament. Even a little something might help up the ante just a bit.
And he knocks down the first one.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Buzelis is checked in for Vucevic. And then for Houston, Steven Adams comes in for Jalen Green. And Aaron Holiday is subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And I like how MP carries himself. It's a big reason why his teammates enjoy playing with him.
Holiday, the pass to Adams. Back to Holiday. It's rebounded by Giddey. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit, and that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Yep, that one goes.
Pure determination here, guys. A fourth-quarter run that has them looking. Better and better as we get ready for the stretch run.
And Adams with the slam.
Oh, and he threw that one down. Adams, one of the fiercest competitors in the league.
Pass to Buzelis. And that comes off the assist by Giddey.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Smith outside. And it's MP with the rebound. MP's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. To the middle. Here's Herter. And no good that time. Adams, some nice D.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Shot by Eason. No good. Here's Chicago. They're on a 13-4 run right now. And they pick up 2. Herter's got 5 points in the quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Pass to Adams. Here's Eason.
Oh, I'm not going
To the
anywhere for a
paint.
while, so.
Tries it again. Adams shot. is off. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Nice move. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. It's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving.
First one falls for him.
And that's a spot of the floor Giddey wants to improve. It certainly puts in the work there to get better.
Chicago making a switch here. Vucevic is checked in.
This game,
and a switch here also for
doing
Houston.
Nothing. Me and
Williams
Giddey
is
want to
checked
do it all
in.
night. God bless you guys.
That's also
going
good.
on.
So
We're
he hits
just
both
chilling.
free throws. And so here is Houston. With the drive. Another miss by Houston. Bulls trail by 20. And here is Giddey. Beyond the arc. Good on the triple. Giddey's got 18 points just in the second half.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
But this is a game again, and the other side has to be feeling a little bit nervous with how quickly that lead vaporized.
Here's Eason. The Bulls knocking down the three. Clock is at 3. And a wide open look for Whitmore. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Here's Buzelis. Pass to Herter. Vucevic setting the pick for Herter. Inside. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got his first bucket of the night.
You'd love to get the ball this close in every trip where you can almost just not miss.
Adams with the screen on White. Here's Whitmore. Here's Adams. Whitmore with it. Houston moving the ball around. Adams, the pass to Eason. Tries again. And Whitmore with the layup. Whitmore's got 11 points in the quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Rockets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Cam Whitmore.
He really managed to shine on both ends of the floor, finding lots of opportunities to affect the game and make an impact.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Houston in total control. Well, this one is winding down now. Houston can watch the clock run out. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. So long and good night, everyone.
Season's not over. Plenty of time left.
I see a lot of people jumping on MP for all those turnovers, but everyone has bad games. Hoopers know. It's no big deal.
Hey, it's just one loss. Throw them buffs on MP. We're in the deep.
It's about game time. Bring the pain time.
Okay, MP, let's turn it around right here.
The NBA on 2K Sports, presenting an exciting Monday night game. Brian Anderson here with you, alongside Grant Hill and Coach Dan Van Gundy, and the fourth member of our crew, Allie LaForce, reporting from the sidelines. And a quick look at how the Chicago Bulls schedule is shaping up. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Damian Lillard and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Friday, they'll be playing against Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks.
And that game against the Grizzlies, that's where you have to bring your A-plus effort, especially when you know you're going to be facing a more talented team.
So let's take a look at the Chicago Bulls starting lineup. Gideon White pair to make the backcourt. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. And it's Herder in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Pistons, down low, it's going to be Harris and Duren. Ivy at the 2 with Thompson at the 3. And it's Schroeder in at the point. Well, Grant, this is the time of year when these teams are starting to know what they have.
Yeah, B.A., sometimes it takes a while with personnel changes or coaching changes, too. But now you have a good chunk of games under your belt, and the camaraderie has grown.
Pass to Harris. Thompson outside. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by White. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Outside Herder. Outside Giddey. Herder, a screen on Schroeder. From deep, Giddey. And it's Harris with the rebound. Here's Thompson. Outside Schroeder. Pass to Harris. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go from 11. Ivy's shot is off. Chicago with the ball. Now Giddey. Herder from long range. Counted from distance.
Yeah, great find by Giddey. A tall guard who sees the floor so well.
Here's Duren. Harris on the wing. Oh, they get a hand on it. And a fast break now for the Bulls. Here's Herder. Rebounded by the Pistons. Defeated by Washington in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
It's simple. Your defense has to be razor sharp on the road. You really want to take the crowd out of the game. Easier said than done.
Well, on the road, your defense needs to withstand runs from the other side, and that wasn't the case for them.
Now here's Giddey. 23 points for him last game against Houston. Vucevic finds White. Outside Herder. Clock at 4. Shoots over Thompson. And it's Harris with the rebound.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Ivy passes to Harris. Right side Schroeder. Duren the screen. Shoots. Again the miss by the Pistons.
Yeah, they might want to think about a high percentage look the next time down the floor.
The Pistons have had quite a few high lottery picks of late, Stan. However, they haven't had much success yet.
Well, Brian, you know, sometimes it takes a lot of time. Some teams will come together quicker. Some players and some teams need more time to develop. Detroit's just got to keep adding to what they have and continuing to develop the players that are already in their system.
And a great fan base in Detroit, starving for victories. And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Schroeder passes to Duren. And here's Ivy. They still need this. Nails it from three.
And something Ivy continues to improve. He's becoming a real threat from downtown.
Pass to Buzelis. White looking it over. Vucevic, a screen on Ivy. White for three. Schroeder with a rebound. The Pistons have gone only 1 of 6 so far. Thompson finds Harris. The shot is good, and this game is back to even.
And just an excellent jump shooter. You love how Harris has built out his game over the years.
Pass to Vucevic. Back to Giddey. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Vucevic, a screen on Schroeder. Giddey. And he gets the jumper to drop. Giddey's gotten his second bucket.
He's looking very confident so far. The defense is going to have to account for him.
On the wing, Thompson. Harris outside. The three. And the Pistons, another three.
And the coaches rave about Harris and his three-point shooting. Helps his team space the floor.
White, the pass to Giddey. Vucevic, a screen on Schroeder. Here's Giddey. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And he comes up with a bucket.
You have to put a body on Duren. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Vucevic against Duren. Vucevic, the pass to Herter. From behind the arc. The shot by Buzel is no good. The Pistons have gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. Pass to Schroeder. Harris outside. Out to Schroeder. Now here's Ivy. The three is up. Kept alive. On the wing, Thompson. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by White. And the Pistons making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. And a change for the Bulls. MP's checked in. White against Ivy. Hardaway from outside. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Such a skilled big. 6'10" Nikola Vucevic. He can beat you up in the post, or he can step back and hit a three-stand.
Yeah, Brian, and he's an excellent passer as well. Throughout his career, Vucevic's teams have been very good offensively, and his versatility is a big reason for that. Look, that's the strongest part of Ivy's game, making things happen off the drive.
Good chance here for Vucevic. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey.
And just using the size advantage he has, I mean, he can easily see over the defense.
Yeah, there's not much else the defender can do there.
Here's Hardaway. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Now here's Schroeder. Still without a bucket. Let's go with a 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Giddey passes to MP. White with it. Stolen by Ivy. And now the Pistons in transition. And the dunk by Duren.
Physical play by Duren at the rim, which doesn't allow much room for interference.
Here's MP. And out of bounds. Detroit will have it. And Schroeder has got the ball here for Detroit. 6-point game. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the year. Here's Harris. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harris has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
In so many ways, Harris can beat you. He has the size and skill to score from all 3 levels.
From deep, Giddey. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
Well, he's been hot out of the gates, 4 for 5, and he might just be getting started.
Schroeder with it. He had 9 points in his last time out. Harris outside. Over MP. And there's another one for the Pistons.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Inside, and they double up MP. Count the basket.
Well, MP goes through the defense for the score. Wow.
The Pistons lead by 5. Ivy outside. Outside Hardaway. Harris outside. There's the 3. Drops in the 3. Harris has got 12 points in the game.
And he's carried them this quarter. A dominant offensive stretch.
To the inside. Here's MP. The Pistons clear it. Duren's got 6 rebounds in the game. And here's Schroeder. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. And it's an 11-point Detroit lead.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Pass to Herter. To the paint. And they double up MP. Back to Herter. Shot clock at 6. Here's MP. And it's Harris with the rebound.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
And here's Schroeder outside. The rebound by MP. And it's going to be out of bounds. Detroit will have another go for the Pistons. Stewart, he's checked in for Duren. Holland comes in for Tobias Harris. And Fontecchio's subbed in for Schroeder. Here's Holland, covered by MP. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Stan, it's hard to believe, but the Bulls have not won a playoff series since 2015.
Well, look, Brian, it's hard to win in this league, and when you're rebuilding, trying to find the mix that'll get you over the top is a difficult chore.
Long way from those Michael Jordan glory days. He misses the free throw. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
And the Pistons making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Good on the second one. You know, Stan, for a team with such a proud history, the last decade has been a tough one for the Bulls.
Yeah, Brian, it really has. They've had competitive teams, but they haven't won a full playoff series since 2014. And for such a dedicated and passionate fan base, that's been really difficult for them, let alone the front office and people that want to turn this thing around as quickly as they can.
And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Jaden Ivey.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level score than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
Sort of. No.
And the first one at the line is good. Well, Coach, it's been discussed a lot, but the Detroit Pistons set a record in 2023 that no one wants to match.
Well, that's for sure, B.A. No franchise wants to suffer through a 28-game losing streak. They thought that team had potential, but they just never found their footing early on, and then things just snowballed on them.
Will stand for the Bulls. The DeRozan, Levine, Vucevic era didn't lead to the playoff success they'd hoped for.
No, Brian, 2 losses in the play-in tournament and just 1 playoff appearance, which resulted in a quick first-round exit. Changes were definitely necessary.
And it's in there.
Jones gutting it out in close.
1:21 left to play in the first quarter. Sasser up top, defended by Jones. Collin gets the bucket. And the Pistons lead by 12.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thank you, Brian. Well, the Pistons have struggled despite the improvement of their young cornerstone, Cade Cunningham. He said, quote, "This league rewards winning. People are going to say everything I'm doing is empty and meaningless until I win games. That's what I plan on doing, and once I do that, all the other stuff will come with it." Guys?
That's a great perspective to keep right there, Allie. Thank you. The Bulls trail by 14. Here's Jones. There's 31 seconds left in the opening quarter. Here's MP. Sinks his 3rd bucket. He's 3 for 6 now.
And that's what happens when you let MP get positioning inside.
20 seconds left in the first. Now Hardaway, coming off a 16-point game against Washington. 5 to shoot. Here's the 3. Out to Thompson. The 3 ball. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's the Detroit Pistons now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Pistons.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And also, the coaching staff has to love the hustle so far. Just playing with great energy, getting out and converting in transition.
They've got Thompson, Holland out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Tim Hardaway, and it's Waters in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Detroit right now. And he knocks down the first one. And though they've had a lot of high draft picks, Grant, the Pistons are still fitting everything together.
Yeah, and we've seen plenty of rebuilding teams go through struggles, and then suddenly everything clicks. But you have to have experience mixed in with the youth.
Sasser's checked in for Waters. Both shots good from the strike. Stan, your coaching career started in the 1980s. How are players different today versus then?
Well, look, players have always shared one thing. They want to be the best that they can be, and they want to win games. But the players now are bigger, faster, stronger, and more skilled. The rules have changed, so the game's a little bit less physical, particularly at the NBA level. But the players are just better.
And the basket by Dosunmu.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Pass to Stewart. Right side Hardaway. And he dunks it down.
And the slam from Hardaway Jr. Can't forget about his athleticism.
Jones, the pass to Collins. Back to Jones. Down low. Here's MP. Goes back up. Holland with a rebound.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And Thompson gets it to go.
He's making it look easy. Thompson with great body control off the contact.
And they double up MP. And since we have a second here, let's see which teams have dominated the offensive glass and second chance opportunities this season. The Pistons in second.
They're having success because they're sending multiple guys to the offensive glass. Hard to block out everyone.
He's off on the first.
And he didn't go to the line once in the first half. But now he's figuring out how to draw contact and get himself to the line.
Reed's checked in for the Pistons. And the second free throw is good.
Getting themselves to the line this quarter is a good way to get their offense rolling.
Thompson outside. Pass to Hardaway. Sinks the tray. Hardaway's gotten his third basket of the night.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Jones feels it out. To the middle. Here's MP. Working the interior. MP.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
The Pistons lead by 14. Now here's Hardaway. He's got 9. Here's Stewart. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Dosunmu outside. Pass to Buzelis. Back to Dosunmu. MP, a screen on Hardaway. Jones from outside. The rebound by Detroit.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Thompson outside. Reed with it. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Hardaway, no good. Now here's Dosunmu. He's closely guarded. And stolen by Hardaway. Thompson outside. Pass to Stewart. And Stan, after starting his NBA career playing at center, the 6'8" Isaiah Stewart, more often now a power forward.
Yeah, look, Brian, he's improved as a shooter. He still looks more like an old-school big at the 4 spot, but he can step out and stretch the floor.
And he makes a first.
The 2020 first-round pick, Isaiah Stewart, is a load at 6'8", 250, is very intense. He's a guy you want on your side.
And Detroit making a change here. Sasser's checked in, and a change for the Bulls. Williams is checked in. Stewart hits them both. And, Coach, you've been lauded by some of your former players for your pregame preparation. I've seen it myself in the broadcasting world.
Well, I've also been cursed by some of those players for my pregame walkthroughs, Brian. People thought they were way too long, but I just wanted to be as prepared as possible and was one that always believed I'd rather do too much than too little.
Now here's Stewart. 18 points separating these teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Hardaway, no good.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
To the paint. Here's MP. It falls. 5 for 11 in the game.
Well, even though he hasn't been in the league a long time, MP knows exactly where to get his points.
Pass to Reed. Hardaway on the wing. Here's Sasser. Just 5 to shoot. Hardaway, no good.
Yeah, really unlike him to have this kind of game from 3.
Here's Dosunmu. It's deflected. Holland for 3. And it's Dosunmu with the rebound. The Bulls trail by 16. Here's MP. MP packs it home.
You love to see MP just attack that rim. Young players, take note.
Pass to Hardaway. Fires from deep. He buries it from 3. Hardaway's got 12 points in the game.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
And he gets it to go.
They have no answer defensively inside.
The Pistons lead by 15. Sasser outside. Outside Hardaway. Great look, but off the mark.
You can't ask for a cleaner look than that. He just couldn't deliver.
Here's Collins. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Here's Stewart. And finished off by Stewart.
Thunderous jam from Stewart.
The Bulls trail by 15. Down low. Here's MP. Hardaway grabs the board. For Detroit, they've gotten 7 of 13 attempts to go here in the second. Stewart outside. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Chicago with a board. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule. They lost to the Rockets.
Yeah, I think they'd like to forget that game. You usually want to find some teaching moments, but in this case, it might be best to just destroy the tape.
Well, everyone has off nights. They just need to make sure that they bounce back strong.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And a new group getting ready for Chicago. Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Collins. Herder comes in for Williams. White, he's checked in for DeSumo. And Giddey's subbed in for Jones. Schroeder against Giddey. Schroeder passes to Ivy. Duren with a screen on White. And here's Ivy from the arc. And it's Giddey with a rebound. The Bulls trail by 12. MP up top. And they double up MP. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Vucevic, the pass to Giddey. MP, a screen on Ivy. Inside. Here's MP. Got it again. That makes him 8 for 15 for the night.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Pass to Harris. Puts up a three. Down the pipe it goes. Schroeder with the assist. Harris has got 15.
And for Harris, it's about getting into a rhythm. Once he does this, he can take over games.
Here's White. And he gets the bucket.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Schroeder passes to Hardaway. Outside Schroeder. And here's Harris outside. And it's cleared by Vucevic. The Bulls trail by 11. Pass to Herder. Now Vucevic. Now Giddey. Covered by Schroeder. The kick out to White. And Chicago again with a bucket.
Well, he got off to a slow start, but now in the second, he seems to be finding his rhythm.
And Schroeder has got the ball here for the Pistons. They led by as many as 18. Harris' shot is good.
And Hardaway isn't known for his passing, but he'll find you when you're open.
Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Here's Herder, and he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Ivy passes to Hardaway. Outside Schroeder. Chicago with a rebound. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now. White, the pass to MP. Oh, stolen by Harris. On the wing, Ivy lets it go from deep. Knocks down the triple. He's got 11.
He's already got 9 points from three-point range. They need to pay attention to him wherever he is.
To the inside. Here's MP. Soft touch off the glass.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
Schroeder passes to Harris. Off target from outside. The Bulls trail by 10. On the wing, MP. Pounded by Harris. Here's MP. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. MP's got 23 points. Detroit shooting at a 48% clip from the floor. Schroeder passes to Hardaway. Now Duren. Harris with it. Covered by MP. And it's Harris. That time on the assist by Duren. 19 points in the game.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Vucevic gets the bucket. We've got 1:55 left in the second period. And here's Schroeder. Three-pointer. Harris' shot is good. And the Pistons lead by 11.
They're going to have to pay more attention to him on the perimeter. He's hit 4 3-pointers already today.
Back to Giddey. Pass to Vucevic. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
When you're trying to cut into a lead, you can't afford that kind of mistake.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
Thompson, he's checked in for Hardaway. And a change for the Bulls. Buzelis is checked in for MP. Harris left side. It's hauled in by the Bulls. 1:16 left in the second. Pass to Buzelis. And here is Vucevic. Now here's Herder. Here's White. 6 on the shot clock. That three's off the mark. Ivy outside. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
And Ivy has no fear when it comes to getting inside. He's got a strong frame and doesn't mind taking contact when he has to.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here.
And in their last game, he really distinguished himself at the free throw line.
The first one falls.
And they've capitalized well from the free throw line. Their percentage is impressive.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Their focus is sharp tonight. You can see it at the free throw line, shooting almost 90% from there.
Here's Buzelis. Last game for him, he picked up 10. Harris outside. And we've got 28 seconds left in the first half of this game.
And you can't let Harris get this close to the basket. When you do, this is what happens.
Outside Giddey. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half. White with a screen on Schroeder. Out to the wing. Looking to end the run. Vucevic beats the shot clock but can't get it to fall. And we finished off one half of play. The Pistons on top, up by 15. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games. And something out of left field for you guys.
Ernie, left field, this is not baseball. This is a basketball show.
So it's like from the backcourt, maybe like from the corner?
Okay, let me do this over, okay?
Yeah, because I'm kind of lost.
From the opposite end. Oh, wait, we ran out of time for the segment. Can't even ask the question.
See,
too bad. And let's move on now to that first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for the Chicago Bulls.
They couldn't shut down the lane. Only thing that would stuff that is prime check. Maybe 2 of me.
Now that is a scary sight. 2 of you.
Well, we're going to need a bigger fridge, Ernie.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Oh, you look at Tobias Harris in this game, he's been everywhere.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Here's Giddey. Second half underway. Here's who Billy Donovan's got on the floor. Giddey and White pair to make the backcourt. Kevin Herter out there with Buzelis. And it's Vucevic in at the 5 down low.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
Harris finds Thompson. Harris outside. 4-3. It's hauled in by Herder. Bulls trail by 12. Pass to White. Back to Herder. Pick by Vucevic. Thompson against Herder. Giddey passes to White. Just 3 to shoot. Good D by Duren.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. That one drops for him.
And nice strength from Harris, fending off the contact with ease.
And one thing we know we'll see, Jalen Duren giving his all on the glass, Dan.
Yeah, Brian, look, he's one of the best per-minute rebounders in this league, and it's what the team needs for him. But he's also become a very good finisher around the basket.
Now here's Ivy. He's got 13. To the middle. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
Oh, rocketing off the floor. Ivy using all of his athletic ability on the jam.
Pass to Buzelis. And here's Herder. Vucevic with it. And there's another one for the Bulls.
And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
Schroeder passes to Harris. There's the triple. That's good from Schroeder on the assist by Harris. Schroeder's got 6.
We're beginning to see this more and more from Harris. Just taking what the defense allows, and that time finding the wide open man.
Now here's White, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. Well, Stan, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hardworking, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things.
That's good from White.
Well, what's great about Kobe White is his commitment to raising his game. You look at him season to season, and he's always trying to do more.
White hits them both.
Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Thompson outside. Harris outside. To the paint. Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Now here's White. He's got 6. Pass to Vucevic. To the wing on the left. Outside White. Vucevic, a screen on Ivy. The open shot, White. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
Not his best night, and not the team's best night. Sometimes it just goes that way.
It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Guys.
Third personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Detroit, Harris. Tobias Harris. 1 shot.
The free throw drops for Harris.
Capable of playing both the 3 and